Yeah, guys, it's Beast, back with some more beastly content. Today I wanted to show you something. I think this is a very great thing to do for resource farming, for going out and doing point of interest, anything really, and it is with the truck. So, with one of the latest updates, they added something to the territory system called these Nova deviations. Now, what this basically was, and look, we actually have, it looks like it's just passively collecting staroid dust. I wonder if it passively collects the Chaosium on the other version of the game, Way of Winter. It probably does. Anyway, regardless, one of these will actually give you a free truck you can place down. So it'll give you the platform and it'll give you the truck to place down. It won't cost you any materials to actually build the medium garage. You'll just have to unlock it in your mematics. Once again, you click O. If you go to build it and it says not unlocked in mematics, there's a very easy way of automatically unlocking anything you need to unlock in your mematics, thanks to the latest quality of life changes and everything else. So F to unlock in mematics, whatever it is, you know you're actually wanting to unlock. If it's on a tree and it goes way down, it'll actually select all of them and then give you the full total here of the ciphers and the energy link. Just a lot faster way of dealing with the memadic system. Just unlock it when you're actually building. So I want to show you why I am actually recommending you to go ahead and build one of these. We're going to go ahead and recall this thing. Now, I want to go ahead and check something. We're going to go ahead and do a vehicle repair on this 3 aluminum ingots. We should have some ingots. I'll be back in a second. And yeah, we got a little bit of aluminum ingots, so let's go ahead and get this thing repaired. I want to see if the base on it is going to despawn just because we repair it, or if it will remain. I know when I first started playing the game, first couple months in, I started playing with these, and I liked them. I seen use case, but unfortunately they're buggy, and I was losing my stuff to them, so I quit using them. But I was wondering if repairing durability would affect anything here, and it doesn't seem to have done so. I don't seem to have actually lost anything. I want to show you my own personal setup and then some recommendations on how you could actually make this just a little bit better. So I've built this out for point of interest, and I hate trying to get onto this thing when it's actually on the garage. Let's go ahead and get a jump boost item of some sort. We should have a canned energy drink and probably a ton of featherweights, unless I already listed them on the market. So, well, we need spring legs. We'll just go with this guy for now so we can get in this thing. So I want to actually show you what I've done to my truck and then show you a use case. So I have 2 normal large storage crates here, and there we go, the second one's showing. So I have 64 slots of storage, about 64,000 of any ore here. Could be 128k. Does seem there's a limit of only 2 storage crates in this thing, which is fine. It's going to be helpful still. I plan on actually making 8 of these trucks, each one per alt. So, you know, if you're playing on a multi-alt account or something like that, especially with the latest updates where they're really encouraging you to use an alt, then this might come in handy. Also, you know, it works for just doing your point of interest runs. So, I actually have the doubles disassembly bench perk, and the way I actually managed to do this was in the harvest market. Someone was actually selling the frags for both recycling bench perks, so I was actually able to get the double disassembly bench on my main here. I'm not actually sure if players are able to build in other people's trucks or not, if they have build permissions. If they are, I'm going to get on an alt, park this truck like somewhere right here, get on an alt, and then, you know, go ahead and build out 2 of the 64 slot storage crates on every single one of my trucks, just so that I'm actually able to do this. But once again, this is a one-man hive, and let me go ahead and show you a couple use cases for this thing. As you can see here, I have not done a garage setup. We do have an 8-man hive going on here. I want to make it 16 plots eventually. But on the current plots that are here, somewhere, unless I bring one more account in already, or, you know, get someone to bring their account in right there, I am going to be building an 8-slot parking garage for these trucks. Now, their actual spawners will have to be on their own territories, but I should be able to park all of the trucks in one little territory slot so that no matter what account I'm on, I can just go to one spot, hop in a truck, and be on my way. I do believe you have to actually own the truck and be the owner of the truck to drive it, but regardless, we're going to go ahead and get out of here, and this is like my little makeshift exit area. This is my main account's actual, you know, territory plot right here, and it's smack dab in the middle of a lake. So here's how we get out of here, and we're gonna go ahead and take this places. I want to explain a couple reasons why you might actually want to be using this truck. One, just for the fact that you can store up to 128,000 materials. That way you're not over encumbered when you're out mining. You can mine up 128,000 or however many that it makes you over encumbered, up to 128,000 of that resource. And then once you've done that, you can, you know, teleport back to your base, take it all out of the chest, teleport back to your base, and then you can actually teleport to these trucks. Now, there's no actual like teleport button or anything, but you can actually literally just teleport to these trucks, and you can park them wherever your resource loot run is, and then just have an auto instant teleport. When you're at your base, just empty your inventory out first, force yourself to die, and then you'll be able to respawn at your truck. So we're going to show that in a bit. I'm going to go ahead and take the truck to one of my favorite tungsten slash, you know, iron ore locations, which I kind of hate. There's iron here, but especially because I just have a ton of it, guys. There's so many steel plates back at base, guys, and we have a Digby set up and everything else. So I'm going to see you when we get to the ore location. See you in a minute. Alrighty, guys. So we have made it to my favorite little area for mining tungsten. Now, this is my favorite little area for tungsten, but honestly, I think it's more of like an aluminum and tungsten area. I just know it's a pretty good area for most resources. There's even copper and everything else here. But the main reason we're here, once again, is to show the use case of this truck. We're just going to go ahead and do just a little time lapse of hitting, you know, just doing the normal run I would do here if I was here just mining for resources. So without further ado, let's go ahead and time lapse mode, and then we're going to get back to the truck. I'm going to show you storing all of this, and then I'm going to show you how you can die and respawn here at any time, and the use case. And as you can see here, they have these little icons, mobile territory. They're pretty much like tins. So while you're not going to be building your vending machine on your truck anymore, and you do have to drive it from your base, wherever you park it, it's a portable teleport tower with storage and the ability to also have a disassembly bench. So not too bad if you ask me. So we're gonna go ahead and hit this car truck here. So that's the other thing. If you're using something like oil processing, there's really a lot of dirt roads that if you had direct teleports to, there's a ton of portable fuel there that you could be collecting, as well as, you know, the parts that are also just inside of the truck. But yeah, I'll see you in a minute. Be back in a sec. Alrighty, guys, so we are currently at the location. Now the truck's taking a minute to slow down here. This is normally where there are lunar spawns at. Now it's either lunar spawns or it ends up just being, you know, one of these random regular elites. So we're gonna go ahead and take this guy down and look for the lunar spawns here. Like I said, I'm just here for lunar spawns real quickly. Honestly, I think I'm gonna get back to base and we might do a little bit more work on the truck. I am gonna be moving it back to my actually, I think I'm leaving it here. I think this truck's gonna stay here because I'm thinking there's also like some ore around here that I might actually want. I'm gonna leave this here because I want to farm the lunar spawn specifically on my main, because my main is actually where I care about player cosmetics on. Anywhere else, not so much. So I'm not actually seeing any lunar spawns here, so I think we're gonna drive around Blackfell. We are just gonna get our truck parked in an area that seems to be like an area that it won't actually get destroyed. That's another thing. I do not really recommend leaving any materials inside of your truck for long periods of time, or especially overnight, just because player griefing does happen, and while they have tried to combat it, I do believe it's still a thing to where players can mess up your truck or send it flying and destroying it. And if you have storage containers in there and your truck was to get flied to destruction and you spawn your truck in and it's just a flatbed truck again, well, you'd lose all the stuff in the crates. So definitely don't be leaving stuff in those crates for long periods of time, just because other players might decide to ruin your day. So I will see y'all in a bit. I'm gonna try and get some lunar spawns killed here. I will go ahead and be back if we actually find one. Otherwise, I will see you back at base. Here we are back at the base now. We're gonna go ahead and get our inventory completely purged. We don't want a thing in it because after that we're gonna be teleporting back to that truck. Alrighty, and you know how I said your entire inventory? Well, we are at our territory, so we should be able to pick anything else up already. I have a bunch of consumables, I have a bunch of ammo, and my chests aren't completely set up for full direct deposit of most of that. So, we're not going to do that. All you have to do in order to actually get back to the truck, if you go ahead and check on the map now, while you can see it on the map, you cannot actually teleport to it without doing first self-destruct. So, push the self-destruct button, it's going to kill you, go ahead and give up, and when you give up, it's going to ask you to respawn. Now, we dropped some stuff, but once again, it's at base, so if you do this, just make sure you gather your materials up from your base within 30 minutes. But when you actually do this, you can teleport directly to your move territory. Which means this is direct teleports to, wherever you take it to. It's a portable teleport tower. So you can drive it all the way to, say, your shellfish miner, and you need a truck set up for shellfish. I'm going to get one of the alts set up for the shellfish. Its truck's going to be dedicated to this beach area right here. That way I can run up and down this beach area, go back to the truck, deposit it, run some more until I'm out of my canned seafood, and then at the end of it, I can go ahead and go back to territory, take all this stuff out of that truck first, go back to territory, and have a ton of it. Another thing is, if you leave your truck somewhere and it's still full of materials and you don't want to have to die to teleport to it or anything like that, you can also teleport it directly back to your territory. But let's go ahead and see this, teleport to the truck, and we'll be right where we're needing to be, wherever we parked it, the exact farm location I want to go to. This is my cactus, this is my tungsten, and this is high key my aluminum farm area if I am after bulk of those said materials. So yeah, and once again, I'm not sure on like the stairs design. This isn't like the guide design by any means when it comes to like my truck itself. This is just a good example. I don't even have a fridge in here right now. I do want to put a fridge in here for the cactus farming. You can customize this truck to your desires. The other thing is prints from building will actually apply here, so we're gonna get this nice funky blue one going on here, and boom, you know, it's a nice little customized truck and personal portable teleport tower. But yeah, I'm out of here, guys. Go ahead and leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, and keep it beast mode.